Evolution of Spider-Man. In 1977, Spider-Man swung onto television in his first live-action movie. College student Peter Parker is bitten by a radioactive spider gaining incredible abilities. As New York faces a bizarre wave of hypnotized citizens committing robberies and attempted suicides, Peter dons his homemade red and blue costume to uncover the truth. His investigation leads him to Edward Byron, a criminal mastermind using mind control for extortion. With quick thinking, web-slinging heroics, and a race against time atop the Empire State Building, Spider-Man saves innocent lives and exposes Byron's scheme, proving that a hero can rise from anywhere. In 1978, Spider-Man returned to the screen in Spider-Man Strikes Back. Peter Parker's quiet college life is thrown into chaos when well-meaning student activists accidentally build a plutonium bomb to protest nuclear power. Their mistake draws the attention of a ruthless arms dealer, Mr. White, who steals the radioactive material and plots mass destruction. From New York to Los Angeles, Spider-Man battles time, danger, and a towering henchman to recover the bomb and stop a deadly attack. In the end, he defuses the weapon seconds before detonation, proving once again that with great power comes great responsibility. In 2002, Spider-Man swung back to the big screen with Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker. A shy high schooler, Peter is bitten by a genetically enhanced spider awakening incredible powers. But tragedy strikes when a selfish choice leads to his Uncle Ben's death, teaching him a painful truth. With great power comes great responsibility. Meanwhile, industrialist Norman Osborn, consumed by ambition, becomes the Green Goblin, targeting Spider-Man and those Peter loves. As Peter's feelings for Mary Jane grow, so does the danger of his double life. In a brutal final battle, Spider-Man defeats the Goblin, but Norman dies by his own weapon, leaving Peter burdened with secrets, grief, and a vow to protect Mary Jane, even if it means walking away from the happiness he longs for. A hero is born, but at a cost only he can bear. 2 years after becoming Spider-Man, Peter Parker struggles to balance his hero duties, college, and his love for Mary Jane, who is now engaged to someone else. His best friend Harry still blames Spider-Man for his father's death. Exhausted and doubting himself, Peter quits being Spider-Man, seeking a normal life. Meanwhile, a brilliant scientist, Otto Octavius, becomes Dr. Octopus after a failed fusion experiment fuses mechanical arms to his spine and corrupts his mind. With New York in danger, Peter rediscovers his purpose, regains his powers, and faces Dr. Octopus in a brutal final battle. By reaching the man inside the monster, he stops a catastrophe, but sacrifices love once again. Yet Mary Jane chooses Peter anyway, embracing both the man and the hero as a new future begins. Peter Parker is finally at peace and plans to propose to Mary Jane, but new threats emerge. Flint Marko, an escaped convict, becomes Sandman after a freak accident, while a strange alien symbiote bonds with Peter, enhancing his powers but darkening his personality. Consumed by anger, Peter humiliates rivals, hurts Mary Jane, and turns on his best friend, Harry Osborn. When he rejects the symbiote, it bonds with Eddie Brock, transforming him into Venom. Venom and Sandman kidnap Mary Jane, forcing Spider-Man into a final showdown. Harry reconciles with Peter and helps fight, but sacrifices himself. Peter defeats Venom and forgives Sandman, choosing compassion over vengeance. In the end, Peter and Mary Jane quietly reunite mourning Harry while finding hope to heal together. In 2012, Amazing Spider-Man, Peter Parker, abandoned by his parents as a child, lives with Uncle Ben and Aunt May, growing into a lonely teen drawn to Gwen Stacy. Discovering his father's briefcase leads him to Dr. Kurt Connors at Oscorp, where a genetically altered spider bites him, granting superpowers. While Peter helps Connors perfect a limb regeneration formula, tragedy strikes when Uncle Ben is killed by a thief Peter once ignored, inspiring him to become Spider-Man. Connors, testing the serum on himself, mutates into the monstrous lizard and plots to turn New York into reptilian hybrids. With Gwen's help, Spider-Man stops the plan, but Captain Stacy dies in the fight, making Peter promise to stay away from Gwen to protect her. Yet their bond endures as Peter swings back into action, hinting that some promises are too hard to keep. In 2014, Amazing Spider-Man 2, Peter Parker struggles with his promise to stay away from Gwen Stacy while uncovering secrets about his parents. Oscorp engineer Max Dillon mutates into Electro, seeking power and recognition, while Harry Osborn inherits Oscorp, discovers his father's disease, and desperately seeks Spider-Man's blood to cure himself. As Spider-Man battles Electro in Times Square and later at a power plant, Gwen helps overload Electro, defeating him. But Harry, now the Green Goblin, learns Peter's identity, kidnaps Gwen, and during a brutal clock tower fight, she tragically falls to her death. Grieving Peter quits being Spider-Man until inspired by Gwen's words, returning to face a new threat, the Rhino, proving that heroes rise even through heartbreak. In 2016, Captain America: Civil War, Peter Parker, a Queens high schooler secretly fighting crime as Spider-Man, is recruited by Tony Stark to help capture rogue Avengers. Stark visits Peter at home, impressed by his homemade suit and sense of responsibility. Peter joins the airport battle in Germany, facing seasoned heroes for the first time. Excited but nervous, he web-slings through giants, disarms Captain America, and showcases creativity in combat, yet his inexperience shows. After the fight, Stark sends Peter home, telling him he did well, but to stay out of bigger conflicts for now. The experience leaves Peter eager to grow as a hero, balancing his double life as a student and Spider-Man, now tied to the Avengers, but still learning what it truly means to be one. In Spider-Man: Homecoming, Peter Parker returns home after fighting alongside Iron Man in Germany, eager to prove he's ready to be an Avenger. Balancing school life with crime fighting, Peter quits the decathlon team to focus on stopping criminals using Chitauri tech unknowingly led by Adrian Toomes, the Vulture. Ignoring Tony Stark's warnings, Peter's recklessness nearly causes disaster, leading Stark to take back his suit. Trying to move on, Peter is shocked to discover Liz's father is Toomes. Choosing responsibility over a normal life, Peter battles Vulture in his homemade suit, stopping his heist and saving his life. Stark offers Peter a place on the Avengers, but Peter declines, deciding to stay a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man just as Aunt May walks in on his secret. Peter Parker is on a school bus when a massive alien ship appears over New York. Acting fast, he swings into the fight, saving civilians and joining Iron Man and Doctor Strange against Thanos' Black Order. Stowing away aboard their ship, Tony gifts Peter the Iron Spider suit, letting him survive in space. Together, they rescue Strange and crash land on Titan, where they team up with the Guardians to ambush Thanos. In a desperate battle, Spider-Man uses his agility and quick thinking to restrain the Titan, nearly pulling off the gauntlet before Quill's grief ruins the plan. Thanos recovers, overpowers them, and departs with the Time Stone. Later, as the mad Titan snaps his fingers, Peter clings to life in Tony's arms, tearfully pleading, "I don't want to go," before turning to dust, his heroic journey ending in heartbreaking silence. 5 years after Thanos erased half of all life, the Avengers execute a time heist to restore everyone lost. When Hulk reverses the snap, portals open on the battlefield, and Peter Parker swings back into the fight. Reunited with Tony Stark, Peter eagerly recounts waking up on Titan and suddenly returning to Earth, unaware years had passed. In the final clash, Peter fights alongside heroes from across the universe, using his agility and tech to protect the Nano Gauntlet from Thanos' army. He rides Valkyrie's Pegasus, activates instant kill mode, and for a brief moment, carries the universe's fate in his hands. After Tony seizes the stones and sacrifices himself, Peter reaches his mentor in his final moments, tearfully saying goodbye. The young hero is left mourning, but forever shaped by the cost of true heroism. Still mourning Tony Stark, Peter Parker joins his classmates on a European trip, hoping to escape his hero duties and confess his feelings to Mary Jane. But Nick Fury recruits him to team up with Quentin Beck, a supposed hero from another dimension, to battle elemental monsters. Trusting Beck, Peter hands over Stark's high-tech Edith glasses, only to discover Beck orchestrated the threats, using advanced illusions to pose as a hero. Guilt-ridden but determined, Peter designs a new suit, fights through Beck's deadly drones in London, and reclaims Edith, stopping the attack and saving his friends. At last, he shares a romantic moment with Mary Jane, only for Mysterio's final trick to broadcast Spider-Man's identity to the world, turning Peter's life upside down. After Mysterio exposes his identity, Peter Parker's life collapses. Friends, school, and safety gone. Seeking help, he asks Doctor Strange to make the world forget he's Spider-Man. But a botched spell brings villains from other universes instead. Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus, Electro, Sandman, and Lizard. Determined to cure them rather than send them to die, Peter fights to save them. But Green Goblin kills Aunt May, leaving Peter shattered. Two alternate Spider-Men arrive, helping him finish the cures and battle the villains at the Statue of Liberty. But the multiverse cracks open. To fix it, Peter sacrifices everything, asking Strange to erase all memory of him. Alone, grieving, and starting fresh, he sews a new suit and swings into the city, choosing to remain Spider-Man, no matter the cost.